David, could you just tell us, in terms of what happened last time, some people perhaps had ideas which were a little bit over-ambitious in terms of an outcome. What's your take on it?
Well, myself included. I think what happened was that the last 18 months in Ireland has been unusually chaotic, to say the least. And I think that there was a sense that putting people in a room could achieve a huge amount, just almost by dint of energy alone. Now, what is very, very clear is that the first 2 years of Farmley has been very successful in building the network, building the base of the pyramid, in terms of the Department of Foreign Affairs going out, finding people who are interested in Ireland, who have Irish roots, who are part of this tribe, and bringing the network together. The second phase, I hope, will see more tangible outcomes in terms of direct foreign investment into Ireland, but also not just into Ireland, also Irish companies accessing the network and being able to trade with the network outside. So I think the first 2 years, you have a situation where the country and the political establishment was in crisis mode. That said, Micheál Martin was incredibly supportive of the idea and all the way through his tenure. And I think the second phase, first phase is then build the network, second phase is use the network. And this is why I'm delighted that the new government and Eamon Gilmore have been so conspicuous in their enthusiasm for the Farmley idea. And again, we will have a bigger one and hopefully a better one this year.
Is it a case that some of the ideas that came out of it were a little bit impractical, and maybe people should have tried to come out with more straightforward, achievable, practical ideas rather than very laudable, unachievable ideas?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's like everything. It's not so many times you fail that's the issue. It's how many times you get back up and start again. And when you're trying to get something off the ground, which has never been done before, which is, here is Ireland, we have an enormous tribe outside the country. That tribe is very well connected. Let's find a way of all working together. That in itself is an intangible idea, but one that has worked in other countries, particularly Israel. So you could be right. Maybe now, this year, it's a case of the network is in place, the idea is solid. We know that there's pluses on all sides. Now let's actually get a few practical things done, get going on them. And with that in mind, the Smurfit Business School are going to orchestrate working groups, and the working groups have an objective to just come out with 1 or 2 practical initiatives that can be husbanded and can be taken by others and brought forward. So I think you're right. I think sometimes you get ahead of yourself, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try and try and try again. So what I'm glad about and delighted about is the fact that, yes, there were some mistakes made, but we all make mistakes every day. If we didn't make mistakes, we wouldn't be human. But we learn from them. We do, as you say, more practical ideas, maybe slightly less ambitious projects, slightly more tangible projects, and that should be the outcome.